Well, I guess I know what to do if I'm bored. I can just make a pointless Minecraft map. The map is called You Don't Have to Download This Map, and the description is You don't have to download this map. What? Did you think I was joking? I'm serious. There is nothing and no one forcing you to. It's not like I'm going to make a big deal about it either. This map exists. Okay, well, so do a lot of other maps. Look, I'm not trying to say this is a bad map or anything. In fact, I'm not saying anything about it at all. I want the reason you download this, if you download it at all, to be your own reason. I really don't care what the reason is. I think only really you know for sure why you do things. Heck, maybe that's not even true. I don't know. Anyways, whether you download this or not, I'll be waiting. So that got me intrigued, and I decided let's download this and see what it is, because it might be a very cool map. There is his name, and I'll link that down in the description below as well as where to get this map. Of course, I always do that. Let's hop into Minecraft and see what this guy has done. Right, if I have Minecraft open over here, it says you downloaded it with a bunch of question marks. Yes, of course I downloaded it, but it seems to be like I'm in the wrong version, so let's try that again. You downloaded it with a bunch of question marks. Okay, I guess is what the name is called. It puts you in creative and it gives you cheats, and the version is 1.12.2. This time I'm in the correct version, so we can actually play this darn map. I'm going to need headphones probably. No, I don't want to create a new world. I want to go into that world. Let me just grab my earphones. Put my earphones on. My earphones are huge. Right. Loading.
3 hours later.
There we go. So this is what it looks like. It puts me in a room up here. Let's explore downstairs. That looks like water. I think I'm in adventure mode. Torch, that's actually a pretty cool way. You put an anvil and then you put a torch over it. That's a pretty cool way to do that. So he must have done some sorcery to get that. We have some bookshelves, so a lot of reading to be done in this room. I don't think this room has anything else. Is there some secret passage along the sides? Is there a button here somewhere? I can't see a button. Bookshelf, can it move? Is there a pressure plate? Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything down here, so if we head upstairs, there is a button here, and there is another button there, and there is a bookshelf. Is this a secret bookshelf? Can I go in anywhere else? This is difficult. Okay, let's read this. This is the button that you can press to end the map. Why would I want to do that? Well, I'm not saying you should press it. I'm also not saying you shouldn't. Here's how I think I would put it. If you want to end the map, then you should press this. If you don't want to end the map, I would say don't press the button. Well, let's just see what the button does, because this might be a troll, because that button might end it and this one doesn't. So if I press this...
I don't blame you. It's hard to stay interested in such a bland, weird topic. Anyways, you've made your choice, so here it is. Go do whatever it is you do, and I'll remain here, doing whatever it is I do.
Is that the end? Really? This wonderful house was made by Sparkle. So thank you, Sparkle. But is there anything else around here? There is no. I think that would be a no. Is there any? Where's the front door, Sparkle? Can I go in here? No, I cannot. Is there anything down here? No. Okay, well great. I am now stuck in... Okay, there we go. I got out. We have to jump over this. And we are back at the beginning. Right. Let us see what this other button does, shall we? Because that button clearly does end the game. And that was actually... I think it was him talking. So let's see what this button does. Should I press it? There we go.
You actually downloaded the map. Cool, I guess. I mean, it's not like downloading is some achievement or anything, but I guess congrats on formulating a decision in your life. Not really an important decision, but it's still a decision. That button right there advances the dialogue when pressed. While I don't personally recommend for you to press it before the dialogue is over, I'm not going to stop you. Just know that it will most likely hurt your ears and sound terrible. But yeah, if for whatever reason you want to continue this dialogue when I finish speaking, just press the button. Or don't. There's a button behind you that lets you exit the room and go out of the weird narrative or whatever this is. So if you get tired of the map and just want to move on, I won't stop you. That's your choice. And it's time to make it. Or don't. This room is pretty nice too.
Okay. I'm going to go for advance the dialogue because I really want to hear what this guy has to say.
Okay, I guess you aren't done listening to me ramble on.
Nope.
That's fine. It's always nice to have someone to ramble to. I mean, don't let that influence your decisions in the future as to whether you want to keep listening or not, but still. Speaking of which, just giving another reminder that the exit button is behind you, and when pressed, will remove you from this existential nightmare. Do as you will.
Okay, it keeps telling me to press that button, but I want to press this one.
I'm not surprised you chose to continue, but on the other hand, it's in my best interest not to really care either way. Your continued pressing of the dialogue button makes me think that you're doing this for one of three reasons. Reason A is that you're doing this for an actual purpose. Maybe a friend dared you to. Maybe this would make for a really good thumbnail. Whatever the case may be, you're actually getting something out of it. Now, reason B might be that you feel bad. In my earlier statement about liking to ramble, I may have caused you to be biased, even slightly, towards keeping the dialogue going. My intention was not to force any bias on you, but if I did by mistake, that could be why. But reason C is the most interesting and also reasonably plausible. Reason C is that you're a completionist, and even if there's a task that nobody's forcing you to do and has no discernible reward at the end, your brain makes you finish it just to see what'll happen if you do. I love this reason because it's probably the most popular one by far, and it's got so much to it. But what if I assure you, right now, that there is no reward for finishing this? Nothing of any monetary value, no gameplay, or even bragging rights. When this is over, that's it. It'll be over. It's your decision whether you want to keep up with such a useless task.
At least he didn't tell me to press the button this time. But yeah, I'm gonna go with reason C. I'm a completionist, so let's press the button again and see what it does.
Well, at this point, I have to assume you're a reason C person. In fact, even if you started out as a reason A or became a reason B, you've most likely at this point switched to being reason C, because now you know that this has no reward. You might just be a curious person, who's to say? Or maybe you're doing this for a hidden fourth reason. Reason D. Let's say that reason D is that you think you'll be judged if you quit now. Whether by me or others, you think your dignity will be lessened by leaving. Well, I can assure you that this isn't a matter of judgment. It's in my nature to specifically not care if you stay or leave. Speaking of which, time to choose again.
And of course we're going to choose this button again because I want to hear the end of this dialogue. He's actually intrigued me. I'm so glad he's reading it for me, because if I had to read that, I might have not read it as well as he did. Let's press it again.
See, I knew it was reason C. After all this constant talk of no point and no reward when you finish, you still go on. Maybe that's not as impressive as I make it out to be, especially considering this is a Minecraft map and you might not have anything better to do, but I have no way of knowing that. In fact, you may have pressed escape or even left the game a couple of times, and I would be none the wiser. That's what's different about you and I. I can only make predictions based on the past, but you can change your mindset and decisions at will whenever you'd like.
True.
I can only follow one path in life, but you make choices as you go along. You can choose what to do as you're doing it, and I can only predict you to an extent. That's why this is such a simple decision. It makes my job a lot easier if your choices are limited, but they're not too limited to relieve you of the decision. So go on ahead. Surprise me. Will you stay or will you go?
Stay, I guess?
Well, congratulations, I guess. You made it to the end of the dialogue. I know it may not seem like that much of an accomplishment, but believe me, it is. I know personally how frustrating it can be listening to unimportant speech drone on and on while you're stuck with me through this whole weird thing. Now only one question remains. Will you stay here in a theoretical limbo of possibility? Or will you finally accept the finity of this journey we've taken and exit the game? Before you choose, here's one last thing to ponder. Is choosing to remain instead of accepting the end of the map in itself actually a choice?
Maybe, because I'm choosing to stay and refusing to admit that the map is over. Let's see if he trolls us. Nope. There should be some hidden thing. Charlotte. I'm just gonna try and walk into all these walls and see if there's something that I've missed. Doesn't look like it, because I've been through this wall before, and I'm assuming that that is the end of it. Let's just see if it goes again. Nope, still not working. So hopefully this time if I press this button, it'll be a different ending. Let's see.
I don't blame you. It's hard to stay interested in such a bland, weird topic. Anyways, you've made your choice, so here it is. Go do whatever it is you do, and I'll remain here, doing whatever it is I do.
And then I'm outside again. Well, I'm gonna keep exploring this. If there's anything else, I'll cut to that. If there's nothing else, then I guess this is the end of the map. So yeah, I must say I kind of expected more from this map, but it's a pretty cool map. It was a really long dialogue. If you clicked off this video before that, then you clearly are not reason C. You must be reason A or B, because you clicked off the video, which means you're not interested in his dialogue. But I was interested in his dialogue, and I got to the end of his dialogue, and it was a pretty cool dialogue. So thank you to Thingamabob who made this map. I'll link his channel down below, and wait, you can get this map. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my content, click the subscribe button down below, or click one of those two videos on that side, and I will see you in the next video.